What's up, data people? My name is Matthew Heffron, and welcome to lesson 21, dashboard clone number 1. Today we're going to be cloning a dashboard titled The Startup Race is On by Richard Spiegel. I put a link to the dashboard in the description below, so give it a download and let's open up the Tableau Public app. We'll go up to File, Open, navigate to the dashboard and hit Open. So first thing we'll do is we'll unhide all the sheets. If you remember, country table had a Vision tooltip, so let's right click that. We'll say unhide. And first thing, let's just color code these. So these will all be blue. This is the original. And what we'll do is we'll right click on startups and we'll say duplicate. Let's bring this over. Let's make this red. We'll rename it to clone. Perfect. So this will be our starting point. And we want to create everything here. So let's go ahead and start deleting. So we'll get everything deleted until we just have our layout with this image on it. So the first thing we need to do is create a sheet called bandings. So we'll create a sheet. We'll rename it bandings and we'll say clone, and let's also make this red, and we'll go to bandings and let's look at what's in here. So we have year and then we have countries with data. So let's do that. We'll grab year, drop that on columns, and then it was countries with data. And when we drop it on rows, you can see that it is a dimension. If we look at the banding over here though, it's a measure. So if we double click it, you can see there is a count D function being called. So we need to do that to ours. So we'll go to banding clone. Let's double click and we'll do a count D. And we'll wrap that in parentheses and hit enter. Cool. So now let's go back to bandings. What else do we need? We need days banded. So let's click banding. We'll look for days banded, drop that on color, and then there's count D. So what we have on rows, we need to put on detail. So we can just hold down our command key, grab this count D, and then let's drop that on detail. Let's go ahead and look at the colors because it looks like they were in a different order. So they are being sorted. So let's hit sort. And okay, they're being sorted manually. So let's go ahead and sort ours manually. So we'll go to bandings, come up here, we'll say sort. We'll do the manual sort. Let's move this down. It was 7, 8 to 28, 29. Perfect. This is how we want it sorted. And then let's look at the axis here. I think these were different. Okay, yeah, it just looks like we have no title. So we can right click it, hit edit, and then you can just remove the title like that. Awesome. And this year isn't being displayed here, so we want to also remove that. So we'll just right click it and we can just say hide. Next, very last thing is the tooltip. So if we go to the bandings tooltip, you can see that there's it's different than the default. So we'll just go to tooltip. Let's copy that. We'll go to our banding and let's go ahead and click tooltip. Paste that in there. Awesome. So now let's go to our startup clone and let's add a couple things. Now we can add some text and we can add a chart. So let's click the text and let's go to layout, and you can see that we have the position and the size of this box. So make note of these. Sometimes I snap pictures with my phone. You can do a screenshot. You can just flip back and forth, however you like. So remember that. We'll double click on the text. Let's copy that text and we'll bring it to our dashboard. So we'll go to our dashboard. we want a text box and it's floating, so we can just click floating here. We'll grab the text, we'll drop that in, paste, boom. All right, we'll move it up, and then let's go to layout, and then we'll position it. So it was 207, 125, and this was 467, and this was 283. So get that put in there. Awesome. Next, we'll go to the dashboard. Let's go ahead and grab the banding clone. This is ours. Drop that in here. We can go ahead and right click on the title, and we can say hide title. We can click on the color legend. This goes up. We can uncheck show title here. And let's right click this. Not right click, just click the down caret. Sorry about that. And we'll say arrange items in a single row. Boom, perfect. Let's go back to the startups. What do we need here? Oh, we forgot a text box. So let's double click. We'll copy the text, and let's go to the layout and make sure you remember this: 42, 383, 644, 52. Okay, so let's go back to ours. We'll grab a text box, drop that in here, paste that text, and we'll go to layout and we'll type in 42, 383, and it was 644, 52. Boom. Awesome. So now we got that in there. Let's click on this guy, our color legend, and we'll go to the layout here. You can see, boom, we'll click that. 42, 445, 533, 36. Okay, so let's go back and we'll come in here, type in 42, 445, 533, and 36. Awesome, it's coming together. We're getting there. So now let's go ahead and position this as well. So we'll click startup. Let's see where this is positioned. It is 38, 472, 656, 242. So we'll come here and let's type those in. So 38, 472, 656, 242. Oh yeah, look at this. It's looking good. We're getting there. We're cloning this bad boy. All right. So now we have that. Let's work on this country table. So what we'll do is we'll just click a new sheet, rename, country table. We'll name it clone. Let's go ahead to keep it organized. We'll make it red. And what is in here? So we have country. So let's just grab country, drop that on rows. Let's go back. Let's put it side by side. That might make it easier. All right, set to display is on filters. So set to display, let's drop that on filters. We have this continent max year on detail. So continent and year, we'll drop that on detail. And this was using a max. So let's go ahead and make that a max. Let's see, what else do we have? We have some, and this is what? Days actual. And that's on text. So some days actual text. Perfect. Getting there. And then we had some days actual as a filter. What are we doing here? At least the value is 0. Okay, so we'll just copy that. Some days actual, if you hold down your command key, we can drop that on filters. let's just hit next, at least, put that 0 there. Boom. What else? Okay, so theirs looks a little different. Theirs says days in here. So let's right click this and we'll say format. And we want to format, it is this sum days actual. So let's see what kind of formatting they got going on. So there's some custom formatting on the pane. So let's copy this and let's go to ours. And we'll click. You can say format, there it is, fields, some days actual, pane. We're gonna go custom. We're gonna put in that formatting. There we go. It's looking the same. Let's go back to country table. You see their title here. Let's copy this title. Let's go back to ours. Let's change set of sheet name. Let's put that in. Hit enter. Perfect. Oh, it's 2019. Let's not edit title, but we want to go to format. I guess maybe not format. Where is this guy? Oh, I guess it would be this max year. So we can say format, alignment. Where is it? Numbers, custom. Oh, and here. I did it wrong. It's in the pane. All right, look at me making mistakes all over the place. So we'll go into number custom, get rid of the decimal places, and we'll uncheck include thousand separator. Whew, we made it. Hope you guys are with me here. So I think that was the last thing from this country table besides this Vision tooltip. So we'll move this back over. Let's focus now on recreating this Vision tooltip. So we'll click and we'll rename, and we'll call this Vit, and we'll say clone. And what's in, oh, let's make it red. Vit. Let's see, what are we looking at here? We have year and time days. So we'll grab year and time days. So we need to switch this from discrete, a dimension. So it's discrete. We want it just to be continuous. Awesome. What else is in here? You know what? We'll cheat a little bit. Let's right click and you can say copy formatting. So we don't have to format this, format everything. So we can just say paste formatting. There we go. Let's look back at this. We have no axis. We'll just right click and we'll say uncheck show header. We'll go back to Vit and we have some time of days. So let's hold down our command key, drop that on label, and you can see here that it's everywhere. Theirs is just at the beginning and the end. So if you look at label, you can see they have line ends. So let's go to ours. Label, line ends. Cool. It's looking, we're close. So let's go back. This one says days. So if we look at the label, here we go. It says days. Let's copy that. Go back to our dashboard, label. We'll just paste that in there. Awesome. I think we're good. Is there any differences here? No, I think we're good. Actually missed this. So there's a fixed start and a fixed end. So let's do that to ours. Fixed start, fixed end, and then what else? Did it have year? And I think the marks were different. So let me double check. So no title, and for tick marks, it's fixed. Tick origin 2003, tick interval 8. Am I gonna remember this? Probably not. Let's look at it. Edit axis. Am I right? Am I right? Maybe. I think so. Might be wrong. Let's get rid of the year too. Okay. Let's close that. How are we looking? Oh. 2003 and 8. Oh, so close. So we'll go in here, edit. Give that 2003. All right. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have everything created. Let's just start throwing it together some more. So we'll look at startups. Let's click on this sheet and you can see it is in position 726, 120, 255, 596. So we'll click startup clone. Let's go to dashboard. Here's our country table. Let's go ahead and put our country table in here. And we'll go to layout and then let's give it the right layout. So it was 726, 120, 255, and 596. Okay. Perfect. Let's go to startups. And let's actually go to the country table here and we're going to say copy formatting, country table. Let's just go ahead and paste that formatting. That doesn't look right. Days, let's go text. Let's copy this. Go back to the country table. Go to text. Let's use this. All right. We are getting there. Okay, that looks better already. Oh, and you can see we forgot the Vision tooltip. So what we'll do is we'll go to the country table and let's look at this Vision tooltip. So we'll click tooltip and they have country and you can see you can go insert and insert the sheet. So we're just gonna copy that though to make our lives easier. Let's go to the country table, tooltip, and we'll paste that in there. All right. Looking good. Perfect. Let's go back here. This one is set to a fit width. If you've noticed on ours, it says standard. So we want this to be fit width, and then that gets that scroll bar to go away. Let's see, we'll click startups. Okay, looking good. So the last thing is this interaction. So let's go ahead and build that. So first thing we have to do is understand how they're building it. So let's go ahead and give it a click. We'll come up to worksheet, actions, and let's look at this hover banding. Okay, so we have startups. You know what, to make it easier, maybe we'll just go startups clone. We're gonna just use this banding clone. We're gonna be using that same parameter, so we'll just keep that like that. This hover, let's click this. Instead of startups, we'll do startups clone. Okay, these sets, let's see, what are these? It looks like for startups, data source none, set none. I don't know if those are being used. You know what? Let's just remove them. Keep it clean. Okay, now let's look at our dashboard and let's see if our user interaction works. There it is. Awesome. As I'm looking at this, I'm noticing that the background on this is white. This one is not white. So let's just go to this sheet. Let's say copy formatting. We'll go to banding. Let's go paste formatting. Let's see if that took care of it. Perfect. And one other thing I wanted to point out is you can see that they used a grid to help line things up. So if I click here, I can come up to, was it dashboard? Yeah, show grid. So you can remove that grid so you can see what it would look like without that grid. But next, let's publish this dashboard to our Tableau Public site. But before we publish, make sure you review my Tableau Public clone guidelines in the description below. We want to make sure we give credit to the original owner. So what we'll do is we'll go to our dashboard and we'll grab an image. Let's drop that on here. Say choose image. I have this watermark. Let's go ahead and open that up. Let's put that on the dashboard. This is just letting people know that this is a clone. And in the description, I have this watermark. I have text that you can write on the dashboard to make sure we give author the credit he deserves. So cool. So now that's his clone. So what we'll do is we'll go File and we'll say Save to Tableau Public. Go ahead and put in your email. We'll sign in here. Okay. So here we go. Once you publish it, let's go ahead and hit edit details. And again, we want to give the original author the credit that they deserve. So let me open up on my other screen my document, and I'm gonna put in for my description, give it some text here, and I wrote some text for you guys to copy and paste as well. And for inspiration, let's put them in there. Perfect, verified it. And now we have a dashboard that we can publish and share on our Tableau Public profile. There it is. Beautiful. With that said, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to connect with me, join our Slack community, and I'll see you in the next lesson.